I'm not afraid to. You guys score for it. You better not do that or else you'll get the wire.
That's water.
Keegan. What's that arm?
It's on.
Jenny, no.
Okay, so have a seat. We're going to get started here. We do really have a lot of stuff to get done, but we'll start with a little trivia like we always do, and we'll talk a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about your day yesterday too. So everybody here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Who are we missing?
Blair.
Blair's here.
She's here.
Blair's here.
She's in. Oh, she's not.
All right, so we're good to go there.
Blair ain't here.
Okay. Everybody's here. Very good. All right. I'll put these away actually. Okay. All right. So, yeah, how was your day yesterday?
It was actually 0.
The track was great.
Did you guys like it?
I like the track meet.
Pretty good experience?
Yeah.
You didn't get to go on the college tour though, right?
No.
You missed out.
It's alright.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, bud.
Did you learn anything that you didn't already know?
You can go eat that yes, I have.
That was different.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, right?
Huh?
That's what the other classes said too. Buffets, food. Did you go to all 4 of them?
I saw
Did you go to every buffet part of the cafeteria?
No, we didn't have that.
We didn't have that. Dude, all I ate was I saw a science class, and they said they dissect piglets.
Okay.
Hey,
That's here.
What's that?
Not there.
Like northeast? It's nice.
Elliot.
It's a little bit older. My daughter is on college searches. My daughter's on college searches. This is what I learned. We've been to UNL now 3 times because you want to go once and you want to kind of see it, and then you want to probably go back and then one more. Make sure, because if you're going to a 4-year school, okay, it's super expensive, right? Okay, and a couple things that I learned. Do you guys know how much it costs just for room and board?
It's a lot.
Like UNL or UNK? What's room and board?
Like you're.
Like to live in the dorms in a little bitty bed and share the room with somebody,
And
and to go eat, and you know you get access to the weight room and the pool and all that kind of cool stuff. But guess how much that costs? Like at UNL?
32,000.
12,000.
Like over 10,000. Like probably closer to 11 or 12,000. Just to sleep and eat.
They're not even that big either.
Okay.
Is that per year?
Actually, more than the tuition. What's tuition?
Like years.
How much does it cost to go per year?
Yeah, like you got to pay so many dollars per credit hour of class that you take. So most classes are 3 or 4 credit hours, and it's $500 or $600 per credit hour, or whatever it is. Okay, but the food and the room and the board actually are more than the tuition, which I think is crazy. But that's just the way it is. So how many of you think you'll go to a 4-year school? Right now, how many think you'll go to a 4-year college? Okay, so start saving your pennies, right? Okay, start saving your pennies. 71.60. Okay, that'll buy a half of a textbook. Okay, textbooks are about 150 to 250 bucks a piece. Buy the used ones. Find them online. Do lots of things, right? Save your money. So the rest of you guys, 2-year schools. Think about 2-year school. Raise your hand. Trade school. Anybody going to trade school? Nobody? We're all going to be 4-year college folks?
I'm going to work.
That's good. You're going to go to work?
I'm going to go to the workforce right after high school.
That's good. Be an entrepreneur. Make lots. Okay? All right, trivia questions. Here we go. This is the softest mineral known to man. Yes. It is talc. Very good. Okay? It is talc. The second, it writes like chalk, basically. Okay? Practically chalk. Okay, kind of like in nature or all around us, okay, what travels 1 mile in 5 seconds?
Oh, I know.
Oh, wait, what was that?
Sound.
Sound. That's it. And how do we measure sound? In what increments do we measure sound? It is decibels. Very good. Okay? So those are your trivia questions for today. Okay? And this is where we're going to kind of live today, right here. Okay? Kind of in 2 places. We're going to live right here. We're going to be able to diagram the rock cycle or an infographic. Those are going to be the kind of the two things. And I'm going to talk more about what an infographic is here as we kind of go along. So this is going to kind of be the big piece of what we're going to do today. And also, I kind of added this in there since Monday. Understand, and you've heard this before, I'm sure, that matter is neither created or destroyed, but it is. It's recycled. So when you think about the rock cycle, which is what we've been talking about, okay, it takes how long?
Millions, billions of years.
Thousands.
Thousands of years, right? Isn't that what Bill and I told us the other day? Thousands of years to go through, possibly for one kind of a rock to change to another kind of a rock to another kind of a rock, okay? And it's been going on Earth for billions of years. So what we have has always been here, but it just changes throughout the courses of these different kinds of cycles, okay? So the rock cycle really isn't a whole lot different than the water cycle,
The carbon
cycle, the nitrogen cycle, okay? All those things, right? So, is what I want to do here. I'm going to give you some time to talk to your neighbor quick, okay? And it's what I want you to do, okay? I got a lot of stuff written up here. There's a lot of information here. You use as much or a little of it as you want to. But I want you to talk through with your neighbor, okay, about similarities, differences, what all of this means, okay? What does the rock cycle mean? The sedimentary, the igneous, the metamorphic, all the different kinds of rock I have written here, okay, for about 2 minutes. I want you to talk through it, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about what you talked about and what you didn't talk about. Go.
Over here, Christopher.
Yep. With your neighbor.
Hey, everybody up That's what boom, like that. And then, maybe like for 7 years, it cools. And then, like, extrusive rocks.
Yep.
Would be, are they like outside rocks or like with magma pools? Those base of rocks.
No, I'm not sure.
Those are extrusive. Okay.
So with the magma pools, they can turn into rock.
What about the other one?
That's intrusive. What is that?
Okay. Do you guys kind of cover it a little bit? Okay, let me ask you this. Sedimentary rock's pretty simple, right? Sedimentary rock is mud and slush and dirt and gravel, and over time it gets compacted and cemented together. Okay, and it usually, lots of times, not always, but it shows up in what? Layers. So Mr. Corkle and I decided yesterday, because nobody really knew, but we're pretty sure this is limestone. Okay? But what do you really notice about it?
The layers.
It's very layered. So the bottom layers would be what? The oldest ones. That's how it would have kind of happened in nature. As they compacted and cemented together, it formed these different kinds of layers. Okay? When I'm talking, I expect your eyes to be up here kind of looking at me and paying attention and listening. Okay? You got 2 weeks to do that. You can do that for 2 more weeks. You've done a good job all year long. Now we just got to do it for 2 more weeks. And then we'll be all done. We'll get a break. Okay? So, compaction and cementing together. Okay? Now, how many of you mentioned, I know that Thomas did you mention intrusive and extrusive when you were talking about igneous rock? Did you mention those things? Okay? So, did I tell you about these two the other day?
Yes.
So let's see, let's test your comprehension here. What is the difference between these two?
What are they for?
Okay, well listen to Hannah. Very good. She said one of these, which one? This one, okay, is further down in the ground. It formed intrusively, deep, Mr. Corkle told me, in the Earth's surface. Okay? And it formed very, very slowly and deeply in the Earth's surface. That's what gave it its large crystals. This one, also intrusive. It's also granite. Both are granite. Okay? Also intrusive. And if you look at it and you kind of turn it in the light a little bit, you do see some crystals in there, okay? But they're a lot smaller. So they formed more quickly and not as deep. That kind of makes sense? So as I'm going through some of these finer details, this is going to be some of the information that you're going to need to include either in your rock cycle diagram that you're going to build or in your infographic that you're going to build. Okay? So you're going to have some pictures that you're going to draw in pages, and you're going to have some facts and information, and I'm going to give you a note sheet to go along with that gives you a lot of the information. But a lot of the things that I'm saying right now, you can include in those diagrams and pictures. Okay? So that's igneous rock. Igneous meaning what?
Ignite.
Fire.
Like fire. Like it was liquid. It was magma, and then it was
Solid.
lava, and then it became rock. Make sense? Then that could metamorphosize into something else. Not because it goes liquid, okay? Not because it goes liquid, but just because of a little heat and pressure, okay? So if you look at these details here, okay? If you look at these details here, not your neighbor's eyes, okay? If you look at these details here, you'll see that mica, okay? Mica was this kind of stuff, okay? Yeah. Mica was schist. Mica, schist. One metamorphosized into the other one. Okay? Slate was shale. Okay? So, this is slate, which it used to be shale. Okay? As we were driving through the highways of Maine, that week, those 3 days I was gone.
Yeah.
Okay? There's all this massive boulders of shale along the highways. Okay? And the guy that I'm with is kind of into geology. Okay? And he said, if that shale would have just been down in the earth for a little bit longer, okay, it would have metamorphosized into slate. But it's shale as it was. Okay? A few more thousands of years and it becomes slate. Okay? I don't think it can without what?
Heat and pressure.
Heat and pressure. Okay? Now it could, if the earth folds and plate tectonics move things around to a certain point where that stuff all gets pushed back down, right? And it goes through that whole process again, then it can become something else. Okay? It's all recycled. Okay? Does that kind of make sense? You guys kind of get it? All right. That's everything that I've been talking about for 5 minutes. You need to redo that and retell the story in an infographic or in your rock cycle diagram. Okay? Any questions about what you're going to do? How you're going to do it? I'll talk more about it here in a second. I want you to do at least one round of Quizlet Live right now. Kind of give you something different to do. And to review the terminology. Okay? So we're going to do 1 or 2 rounds, and that's all. And you're going to stay in your groups. Okay? You're going to stay in your groups. You can discuss it, talk about it, learn it, understand it. And then when we're done with the Quizlet Live, I'm going to have you go to Canvas, and you're going to add that Quizlet set to your Quizlet set. You're going to copy it over. Okay? So I'll get my Quizlet Live going here. Okay?
Y'all in here.
And we're going to do a little live. I'm going to create the game, and there's your number. Okay? 353692.
I don't know.
Yeah, I need you.
Three 353692.
Oh, okay. Well,
On the slate. Why exactly are you filming?
What?
Why exactly are you filming?
To document the learning process.
Are you time lapsing?
hey, that's mine.
The Rock Johnson?
No.
Eddie, you spell my name.
2 more. Who are we waiting on? 17. 1 more. Who is it?
Wait,
Hey, are you in?
yeah.
Is it you, Enrique?
Yeah.
A little less talking and a little
Enrique's
more doing.
going.
Might be
Or
good.
Justin.
Did you see what I did, Christopher?
Are you in? Alright, here we go.
John.
Okay, jump in your groups. Quickly.
Who's
Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Technical Who's the Rock Johnson? Who's the Rock Johnson?
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's opposite.
I don't know.
In? You ready? Alright, here we go. Okay? Depending upon how fast the first round goes, we'll decide whether we do the second round, okay?
Hey, we're first.
Wait.
Talk through them.
Non-foliated.
Oh, this is the one that you put crystals.
What'd you put? Wait.
Describes generally the light color, silica, rich, this rock that is less dense than the salt.
I think it's granite. Oh, no. No.
Is that right?
Yes. Dwayne the Rock Rock.
I remembered what I thought pronunciation was.
That's really good.
Oh,
What's the difference between sediment and
What?
sedimentary rock? Because we,
Non-foliated.
oh, this is metamorphic.
Sedimentary rock is formed from sediment.
That's
Metamorphic. Non-foliated then. Oh, we had this already. Oh, is this here? Yeah, that's
Foliated. Foliated
rock.
is like the linear pattern that you would get. It forms the different layers. That's foliated. Okay? Non-foliated is when it's just all jumbled together. Okay? You can't even see the layers.
It's called in a type of fine grained
Foliated.
rock. So it's not gonna be in it rock.
So this is
They not from the
Keegan, hold on.
Can we go with one more time?
Did we get a winner?
Yeah.
Winner. All right. Who won?
There's nothing there.
Congratulations.
I'm
JB.
I've never seen it.
Okay. Yep. Let's do one more. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Let's do one more. Good job. All right.
Go shuffle teams, Mr. Mao.
yeah, shuffle them.
I'll shuffle them if you can move quickly.
Yeah,
No, we can't move quickly.
Oh, run.
Okay, just shuffle.
You're doing this at your
Want
own
to shuffle them?
risk.
Yeah.
You're doing your risk.
Okay.
Christopher.
Do it
Taylor.
again.
This is the last
Go
one.
over here.
Jose.
Ken,
I don't want the rock.
Who's BB?
Ken, take your pick.
This is the last.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry that I'm very
Yeah, boy.
All right. Ready? All right. Here we go. Last one. And we're going to move on to introducing and designing the pages tools.
Are we gonna do all
Type in the No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's one of those. Intrusive.
Okay, not
Oh, I almost clicked.
Where's
Oh my god.
This is compacted.
You guys are doing pretty good.
rock side. Extras. Don't.
Last three yum yums.
What's the foliated one?
Foliated means
Wait, so which one
Metamorphic
is
in layers.
this one?
Non-foliated.
no layers with non-foliated.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I was trying to help. Merwin's. I know.
Stop,
I
Dave.
was class.
Over here? Alright, very good. Alright, now, as you're headed back to your seats, I want you to open up Canvas.
I'm 38.
Okay? As you're headed back to your chairs, open up Canvas.
I'm armed.
And go to your modules. You can probably do it faster than me. Go to your modules. Okay? And in your modules, you'll have about 5 things published. Okay? And is what I want you to take a look at is this one that says Chapter 3 and 4 Quizlet Set Links. Okay? Chapter 3 and 4 Quizlet Set Links. You already have Chapter 3 because you built it yourself. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the Chapter 4 one. Okay, so when you click on that, click on the one that says the link that says Chapter 4, and then do the copy button, which is, as you're looking at your computer screen, it's the top left green button. It says copy. Copy it, and then hit create, and then it will show up in your Quizlet sets, and then you'll have both of them. Okay? So spend a little time reviewing the terms in Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. Okay, when your study hall teachers say, what are you working on? I don't have anything to work on. You always have Quizlet sets that you can be studying. Okay?
So what was the
Always and
copy
always.
thing you said to do?
What's that?
The copy thing you said to do, where is this?
Are you on the Quizlet set?
Our own?
Did you click on the link? Chapter 4? Okay, and then in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Right here. Click on this one.
Combined Quizlet.
Okay? Whoa. Now you've copied it. Now hit create, and you will have Earth Science Chapter 4 Rocks vocabulary. Make sense? Okay? Now you have, yep, you are responsible for knowing both chapters 3 and 4, because we kind of tied minerals and rocks together. Okay? Has everybody got it?
Did we do Yeah.
Miss Hampton had you do chapter 3 on your own, so you should have that in your sets as well. So thumbs up if, did you get a copy? Are you done?
No.
No.
You still don't have a copy? Confusion. Thumbs up is I got it. Thumbs down is I don't know what I'm doing. Okay? Yep, and then it's chapter 4. Click on that. Come over to this button. Click copy. And now it's copied. Nope. And then just hit create. And now it'll be in your sets. You have it now. I gave it to you. Make sense? Listen, that's just a good tool for you to use. Okay? Some teachers might let you do that. If you've been gone or sick for 3 or 4 days and you're behind, they might just say, you know, grab the Quizlet set from your neighbor and just go ahead and use it so you know how to do that. Okay? Make sense? Okay. So, the next thing that I want to do here really quick, you've got those all copied, right? So just put your lids down, okay? And you're not going to need your computers for it. All of these over here, this is something you can think about when you make your infographics and stuff today. All of these over here are what?
Rocks.
They're rocks. All of these over here, copper, magnetite, calcite, gypsum, and talc, those are minerals, okay? And the easiest way to hear the difference between a rock and a mineral is if a rock has 2 or more minerals in it. If something has 2 or more minerals in it, then it's a rock. Does that make sense? For the most part, then it's a rock. Okay? If it's more of the pure state, then it's a mineral. Okay? So, this one's kind of interesting because I doubt that this is pure copper. Okay? I doubt that this is pure copper. But if you look at this carefully, you guys know what copper does. It tarnishes, right? You ever seen copper that gets green? Okay, so
Like the Statue of Liberty.
right, that's what it is.
Good example.
So the green stuff in this is obviously copper because it's corroded, okay, like the Statue of Liberty, right? It's very green, right? Because it's all made of copper and it changed colors, okay? So you got magnetite, calcite, gypsum, and talc. Now look, okay? Rocks also have organic material in them. What's that mean?
They're
Natural.
Natural.
Something that was
living.
once a lot. Now I was reading in your book, there's coal is an organic sedimentary rock. Okay? I read that in your textbook, okay? So, some rocks have organic material in them, okay? Minerals, on the other hand, have very little, if any, what? Organic material. Does that kind of make sense? Okay? So, like I pulled up some on the web. You might want to do this when you're working on your project today, okay? These,
Whoa.
what do you think these are? Sandstone, siltstone.
Those are rocks.
What are those? Okay?
Sedimentary rocks.
Those would be some kind of rocks, right? Okay? Over here, these would be minerals, okay? So I stuck some of those up there. Same thing here. Primarily is what you're going to be dealing with today, though, is just the rock side, okay? But for your own peace of mind, when we take our test, you should have a little bit of an understanding that there is a difference between minerals and rocks. Okay? Questions so far? Okay, here's what you're going to do, okay? I'm going to show you some drawing tools, but before I do that, okay, I'm going to go back to Canvas, and you guys, you actually have this published in your Canvas, okay? But here are some examples, okay, that I kind of threw together yesterday a little bit, okay?
Best
Your end result, and you can click on these in Canvas, you have access to this, or you can just search it up. It might be worth a Google, okay, for you to look at some of these things, okay? You're going to make an infographic, or this is kind of like an infographic. I have it on the back of this sheet right here that I'm going to pass out to you with some notes on it, okay? I kind of drew it out. It's just turned sideways there, okay? But like, you could make this into kind of an infographic. What is an infographic? Information, which also has poster-like pictures on it. You're going to design either the rock cycle, okay, creating your own pictures in Pages, which I'm going to show you how to do here in a minute. That's where the pencil comes into play. Okay? You're not going to be allowed to use any Google images. You are going to create from scratch all of your own images. Okay? Either for your infographic or for something that might resemble something like this. Okay? The rock cycle. Okay? But inside of, if you do the rock cycle, we need to have some of the notes that are over here, like cementing and compacting and molten lava and magma and metamorphic and heat and pressure and all. There's details about all those things on this sheet that you need to pull over. And then you can do a little research on your own and pull some things over too. Okay? But like, this is an infographic, okay? Because it's giving us information about nutrition for your skin, right? So they're telling us that lycopene, okay? And they gave us some facts about lycopene. And lycopene is found in watermelon and apples. That would be the graphic part, right? The picture part. Okay? Is what I can see you doing is having something like this, something about the rock cycle, and then you would have sedimentary, metamorphic, igneous, organized creatively on your page, okay? With some kind of graphics representing them, along with the notes that you're going to get and a little research that you can do on your own. Okay?
As guys and omega.
So that's like what an infographic looks like. Okay? Or you can choose to do something like this, or maybe it'll be a little combination of both. It could be. It's up to you. The design is up to you, but you need to teach your infographic or rock cycle needs to teach us the rock cycle. Okay? We need to be able to look at it and have a visual representation in our head about what's happening when we're learning about the rock cycle. That's why we go back to be able to diagram the rock cycle. Okay? Is everybody kind of with me? You see what you're going to be working towards? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Confused? Don't have a clue what you're talking about? Okay? Alright. So right now, I'm going to do this as fast as I can because you guys are actually going to get way more time than anybody else has gotten to actually get started on this, okay? Because we can just move a little bit quicker in this group. So hopefully you're understanding everything, okay? If you're not understanding, you can stop me, okay? But I'm gonna move my camera up here so it's a little bit closer to the screen. So what we're gonna do is we're going to don't knock that down. Okay? We're going to
The leaning tower of camera.
let me get a second.
They can see you.
That'll work. Okay?
Got it, can.
We're going to
Look at him. So slanty.
create your infographic in Pages. So make sure your lids are down right now. Okay? Make sure your lids are down. I'm going to open up Pages. Okay? And I'm going to go File, New, in Pages. And did you know that in Pages you get all this stuff? You ever look through all that stuff before?
I don't go
Whoa.
on Pages. I've never
Okay.
been on
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Pages.
There's a crazy amount of templates and cool things in Pages, okay? If you're looking for something over the next 4 years for a class to make your project maybe stand out a little bit better than somebody else's project, I would think about, looking at some of these designs down here and then think about what I'm going to show you today, okay? And some of you will like it and some of you won't, but that's the way it goes. So we're just going to go up here and do the boring blank one, okay? And I'm going to make a pencil using all the drawing tools in Pages, okay? So pay attention to what I kind of do here, okay? Make sure your lids are down and you're not trying to do it with me because you'll get a chance to build your own pencil here in a minute, okay? So I'm going to go to Shapes, okay? And before I get started, I'm going to do this backwards order a little bit, okay? I'm going to go to Shapes. Notice there's a draw. You can draw with a pen in here, okay? You can play around with that a little bit. So just remember that that's there. I'm not going to use it, okay? But you can actually draw like a pen in Pages. So I'm gonna make my pencil, starting to build it out of a square. Okay. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna stretch it out here a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna skinny it up a little bit.
Don't you need a hexagonal?
And I might make it just a little bit smaller. Okay. And now you can get really anal doing this. Okay. And you know what anal means? Huh? You don't know what anal means? It means like you get hung up on it, like you just can't let it go, like you just gotta keep going, okay? So here's the start of my pencil, okay? I don't have any tools over here. Enrique, turn around, look this way. Okay? I don't have any tools over here, so how do I get some tools to show up?
You press.
Click the toolbox.
Click on the square.
You add more tools.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Click on that.
Okay. You're gonna click on that, okay? I'm just gonna make my pencil be yellow, okay? Because I get some colors right there, so I'm gonna make it be yellow. Now, I'm not gonna play with this too much, but I want you to know it's here, okay? Underneath fill, you have all these advanced options, okay? You can not fill it. You have color fill, gradient fill, advanced gradient fill. And advanced gradient fill gives you like sliders, and you can like blend colors together and stuff, and give your picture like a little bit of texture and things like that. Okay?
Are you able to like add like lines? Because you know how like, pencils are hexagons.
Wait, so what are you doing for the?
So now, what am I going to do? Yeah, great question. So I'm going to do like a standard old number 2 lead pencil. Okay? And this is going to be like my little silver part at the top. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The thing that holds the what?
Eraser.
The little thing
Eraser.
that holds the eraser. Okay? And I'm going to try to get it. See the lines, how they kind of show up to help me align everything?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it as close as I can. I'm not going to get overly like detailed here, so you guys get time to work. But now I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it down here, okay? And to really kind of bring it to life, okay, I'm going to go over here to arrange, okay? And then in arrange, I'm going to send it to the back, okay? So now it really kind of brings it to life a little bit, right? Okay? But now I'm going to put an eraser. Well, I want to change the color first, okay? So I'm going to go back to style, and I'll just make it like kind of silvery color, okay? And if I wanted to get really detailed, I could search around for more colors and make it be better. All right, and then I'm going to go to Shapes, Okay, and I'm going to use this, not this, whatever, what shape would you call
It's
it?
like a pointless.
That's an oval
Like
square.
not really an oval, but sort of an oval, okay? And I'm going to put that up here, and I'm going to kind of size it up a little bit, get it to kind of be what I want it to be, okay? And I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to drag it down on here, and then what am I going to do?
We're gonna put that.
Arrange,
Okay.
set it to the back.
I'm going to arrange, and I'm going to send it to the back, okay? And then I'm going to have to work on it a little bit, right? Probably make it a little bit narrower,
Oh,
okay? Does that make sense? It's still back there. I can bring it down here a little bit.
there,
Okay,
that.
I chewed on my erasers a lot, so you know.
Dude, isn't that a new pencil?
Just kidding. All right, so
Isn't that a new
Then-
pencil?
it's not looking too bad, right?
No, it looks pretty
Now,
good.
because I'm not artistic at all.
Are you gonna?
Like I have zero artistic ability. Trust me. Like I can barely draw a stick figure. Okay?
stop.
So, then I want to have what? Yeah, I got to put a point on my pencil. Okay, how do I flip this thing over?
There's like a rotation
no,
thing in
you
there.
have to turn, you have to turn the entire pencil upside down. Turn the
and drag it
pencil
to the
upside
top.
down.
Okay, and I know because I've already done this a couple times. I got to have this be pretty darn small, so I'm going to grab the corners, kind of shrink it all at the same time.
That's pretty small.
I want it to be a little bit bigger than that, right? Okay, and I'll bring it over here, and then I still want to make it kind of fit my pencil. Okay, make sense? I can stretch it out a little bit, whatever. Okay, and like I said, you can get really detailed. You want to be a little bit smaller, get it to line up perfectly. But now, what do I need?
Change the color.
I'm going to change the color. So let's
You need to
just,
sharpen it.
it's pretty sharp. Let's just change it to a gray.
Oh, wait.
And now, what do I need?
Another triangle.
I need another triangle. So this one I have to have really super small.
what?
Because what's it
Why
going
do you
to be?
need So you know how the pencil when you sharpen it, it has
Graphite.
like little
This is
bing
gonna be
thingies,
my-
you know? No?
This is going to be like the lead in my pencil. Okay? Or the graphite or whatever you want to call it. And if you grab the corners, remember that it shrinks it kind of at the same time. Okay? And I still want it to be a little bit smaller, I think. But
Graphite's a mineral.
I think graphite is a mineral, yeah. Okay? So you got to have patience. Now what do I
It's
got?
made out of carbon.
Make it black.
Okay, now let's make it black. So
Click on it.
what am I doing wrong? Yep, I got to click on it. And I'm just going to go to, I'm going to go to this one. Okay, and I got to choose, I'm just going to go color fill, and I'm going to click this, and I'm going to go black.
Don't you want to change
Okay.
the eraser to pink?
So,
Pink
yeah, we can
eraser,
change the
you have to
eraser
have
up here.
wood.
Oh, wait, can you press those arrows and it'll go to different colors?
We'll just make a red one, okay? Make sense?
Hey, that actually looks like a pencil.
Now I can still go back to arrange here, okay? Well, I will in a minute.
Wait, are you trying to make a pencil?
Now, we've got to hook all this together, because now we have all these different shapes in there, okay? And if I start dragging around on it to move the whole pencil, I'm only going to move the pieces of the pencil. So how do I connect it
You
all
have
together?
to.
Bind it? Oh no, don't you like do like you drag on the corner and then you like come
No.
in time?
No, you don't want to drag it.
Yeah, we've got to highlight them all. Know what the easiest way to
That's
do
what
that
I
is?
that's what I did.
Command
Like no you.
Command A, good. Okay?
Oh.
So Command A, and then I'm going to go up here to Arrange Group. Okay? Now it's all one pencil. Okay? It's all one. I can make it be a little bit smaller if I wanted to use it like for a graphic on a document I had to turn into my teacher. I could rotate it over here with the little rotation tool. Okay? And I kind of have a cool looking
Make it a
pencil.
wider.
I can't draw
Make it a
anything.
wider. Now draw a kid.
So, what?
Make it a wider.
Yeah, we
Kid
can
with
make it a
the
little bit
pencil.
fatter if we wanted to.
You make it draw?
Like that.
Well, what you could
The
like draw.
best thing that you could do to make
Draw a
it
line.
draw would be you could
Use your imagination.
Draw a line and put it on.
you could try to draw a line on here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go like this and use the drawing tool. Draw a pen, click and drag. Okay. Now this gets a little more technical. Now I have that highlighted. I'm gonna control click on it. Okay, and I'm gonna try to make it editable. Okay?
Editable.
Yep. I'm gonna try to make it editable. I'm messing it up.
Edible.
I'll try.
I'm gonna make it edible.
Should I hold up? Should I grab onto the pencil?
Pencil lead is edible.
What's the point of making a pencil?
What's that? To teach you how to use the
Enrique,
tool.
quit.
Oh, that's just...
Okay? Alright.
I did.
I don't think I can I'm gonna hurry because I want you guys to do it. So make editable, and then you can take these and you can actually drag them into like circles and stuff.
Sickles.
Make sense? Okay, so if you wanted to, you could add like more circular kind of things to it, and you could draw a line down here and have it like be kind of swervy and
So
curvy,
you use the
like
other
a line.
shapes.
Okay, let me show you that again with a shape. Okay, so if you just take any shape and you like 2-finger click on it or control click on it, and go to make editable, then this is how you can like make your shapes into different shapes. Okay, so I can like drag this out.
Square.
Wherever I put my cursor, okay, it'll let me drag it.
That Mickey Mouse.
It'll
That's a
let me drag it
mouse.
around.
Ice cream cone with
Okay.
2 scoops. That's a
Does that make
mouse.
sense?
That's a mouse shadow. Look at his
What's
head.
that?
That's a mouse. That's a mouse's shadow.
Yeah, it kind of is. So you can play around with those while you're designing your pencil. That's the whole idea. Okay. And we'll come around, kind of look at your pencils, and then when you're done with your pencil, and you kind of think you get the idea of it. Then you need to do the same thing, but you're going to create either the infographic or the rock cycle, or maybe it's a combination of both, drawing all of your own tools, and then of course you're going to have to use what?
So we
Caps
have
lock.
You're going to have to use text boxes.
we have to do
right?
our own pencil.
to label everything.
But we can
Okay.
just do the rock cycle.
Can I make mine a blue?
You can do the rock cycle, or you can do an infographic, or you can do a combination of both.
On pages.
You're going to do it in pages. And you're not going to use any Google images, okay? You're going to design all of your graphics. So you're graphic designers now, okay? So right now I want you to open up Pages and make your own pencil the way you want to make it, okay?
Is it gonna rain?
Remember you got these lines in here too, okay? Under your shape, see this line? It's just a plain old, line that
So we
you
have
can
to
use.
make a line.
I've never been on Pages.
Circle pencil. Remember Nate?
Shapes. Why are you gonna make a pencil?
Wait, where do you want?
So you learn how to use it.
Oh.
Yeah, make your own pencil, okay? And like, I can give my pencil a little texture by adding some lines to it like this, right? So I can put some different lines on here. And once I have one line, I can command copy and
Whoa.
command V to add another line,
Chill out.
You can make it a hexagon thing.
right?
Chill, Enrique.
So now I got my pencil and it's got a little texture to it, okay?
Oh my god.
So I put some lines on it to make it kind of come to life a little bit.
Frankenstein.
There we go. Look at my pencil. Mine are already grouped together.
If you click weird, it'll stick them together. So if you can't get them unstuck, just go to arrange and see if it says ungroup. Go to arrange and see if it says ungroup. Or just go Command Z and go back to where you were.
What?
Some nice black.
Wait, wait.
Now while you're working on those, I'm going to pass these note sheets out. Okay? And on the back of the note sheet was like an outline or design, how I thought maybe you could kind of do like an infographic. You don't have to do that one. I want you to come up with you are graphic designers, okay? Come up with your own original design. We shouldn't have any that are the same.
You betcha.
Everybody should be unique.
I got it.
Anybody ever used the drawing tools and Pages before? Or is this the first time?
Really like the first if I wanted to.
I'm not scared of you.
That's why doing the pencil would be good practice for you.
Me and King are scared of you.
Where did you get the black color?
There we go.
Take some patience.
Money.
Learning is patience, though, you know.
That's
Learning
not-
is patience.
Mr. Morrow, how did you get
Why
the
would you assume
black
my name?
color of this?
I just
Of
make
your
a
lead right here.
I just added another triangle. You got the other triangle there?
This one? Yeah.
Yep. And then just go to fill.
Phil?
still see that blue.
Click, you gotta be
Why
careful on
is
there.
black?
And go to fill.
What's
Right here?
Yep.
Mine automatically.
And then just make sure.
Choose it.
Just command Z.
Just click on that gray box.
Spank it.
Right there. Anything there? No. Oh, you're on advanced image fill. See where it says advanced
Yeah.
image fill? Click on that. Just
Well,
go there.
it's been bad. It needs to behave.
Yep.
Still.
Now click on that. Now you can. There you go. Yep. Yep.
I'm done.
You're fast.
I want Speedy Gonzalez.
Mine looks horrible. It looks like a fake pencil from a cartoon.
I'm gonna give it.
What do you think you're drawing, Jose?
Cartoon.
Yeah.
I could use the arrow to make the tip of the pencil. You ever think that?
What he did.
Jose did it with the arrow.
Yeah, you could. Right.
That's why how you rotate it.
You could just make the whole pencil out of
You
it.
made it with the arrow.
Wait.
Yeah.
How do you rotate?
Could you? Might be a little
Right.
funky.
I call it a match.
Can you shrink in just the end? Probably not.
It's a
New.
man's herpes.
Well,
Mine keeps grouping together by itself.
Yeah, well, I don't, unless you add, you'd have to add another line to make that line
Yeah, that's the
fatter.
one.
yeah.
Mine keeps grouping together like there.
I think it has to do with how you click.
I'm
I
done
had that trouble when I first started too.
I can still
I've
draw them like this, but I can't.
Just go to
Or dang.
PNC and go back to wherever it happened and start.
I got this feeling like
Only the essentials.
I'm done. Oh, no, I gotta group it.
Mr. Morrow.
Hey Sanchez, everything's a
It's
joke,
not
right?
grouped, so somehow they're just sticking together.
Mr. Morrow, do we have to show you?
Your brain's a computer.
It's kind of like after they like touch each other, sometimes it reconnects. So I don't know how that happens. The detail that makes it something like click that makes that happen.
It's alright.
That looks good.
Mr. Morrow, is there
What do you want us to do when we're done with our
What is
pencils?
this?
Draw graphite.
How does
But that's
You leave in 4 minutes.
You know, you can flip that upside down.
I wanna make
Go
it
to.
Like this.
Was he flipping his? I know. I'm just trying to look for the color brown.
Watch this.
That's right.
You done? So you just drag it up.
Whoa, wait a minute. How did you do that? What did you do?
Blend some stuff
I'm
together.
afraid I have a water bottle.
There you go.
What's on your
How
lip?
about that?
What's on? Lift it
I
up.
don't know, but it hurts. Ow.
If you get that color wheel to come up, okay, you can blend colors in there a little bit, but that advanced
Where's the
image
brown?
fill, that's where you can get the different
Boom.
sliders and really like make it be different colors and things like that. Okay?
Here, you can.
So when you're building a sedimentary rock, not every layer is necessarily going to be the exact same shade of gray. So you could probably use that tool to get some different shades of gray in a piece of shale or a piece of sedimentary rock of some
What
sort.
do you do? Because I need a color brown, but I can't find the brown.
Save your pencils, just in case. Save your pencils, okay? Don't delete them, save them.
Oh.
Okay, I might have you submit those to Canvas as well. So
What?
hold on to your pencils, but if you're done with your pencil and you kind of get the idea what we're doing, you can go ahead and start on your infographic or your rock cycle. And yes, there's only about 3 minutes left, but that gives you a good chance to at least come up with some kind of an idea of what you're going to do. If you're going to do a rock cycle, or you're going to do an infographic, or you can do a little combination of both, or maybe you are going to do both. You can probably fit an infographic and a rock cycle all on one page. This will be a single page document, and then you'll save them and we'll upload them to Canvas to hand them in. Okay? You'll get the whole period to work on them tomorrow. Okay?
What time do we get out?
11:25.
This is supposed to be a banana.
The rock cycle. The infographic needs to be
I honestly
over
don't know what's
the
wrong.
rock cycle.
I'll probably have
Okay.
to do them.
You're drawing and diagramming and explaining the parts of the rock cycle in an
I
infographic.
can tell just by how you're smiling. That's what you wanted to do.
Okay. Demote.
Hey, I'm almost done,
Language.
Mr. Morrow, come see this awesome pencil. Light up.
I wonder why.
Mr. Morrow, I need
It's a good color on the green eraser there.
Why didn't you read?
I like it.
Okay.
It's a good color on the eraser.
What?
That probably was it.
Yo, so what? Who used all my erasers?
Turner, look at that. Look at that. Look at that pencil. Turner, look at it. Look at that. Turner.
Something like that. You have to use the details here.
He left the ice cream cone on the He left the ice cream cone on the
Have a good rest of the day.
I think I feel pretty good.
How do you take this?
I think it's good.
It doesn't say.
What's that different than Pokemon?
That was my
Sure. We're gonna call it.
Just like Denver's right here.